Alright, so the last one, we did Night Springs, which is a bunch of stories written by Alan when he was in the Dark Place. Um, and I don't think it would come as much as a surprise to say that Timebreaker was my favorite one. Timebreaker was the best one. Only because like you're jumping between like different styles and genres, and this is of course just the most intriguing one. In my opinion, number one fan is super hilarious, super funny, and North Star had the most interesting ending. Um, I don't know, it was just nice little fan service to control Jesse again. But I will say it is interesting that you're pretty much like through this you get to play as every main character from Remedy's universe. With Quantum Break, which canonically can't be in the Remedy control connected universe because they don't own the IP. Like they do control, but it basically is, but it isn't. It is, but it can't. If that makes sense. That's how I view Quantum Break, anyways. Quantum Break is a part of the RCU, but can't be a part of the RCU legally. So let's jump into the lake house.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the threshold in Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. More tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. But I think Clue was waiting for us in the socket. I just kept on doing it. This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Guess I'll be waiting here while everybody else pretends I don't exist. Turn it into... Can I talk to homie? No. Alright. The game will not let me stray. Gotcha.
This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Roger that.
Okay, got his confirmation. So I have 12 bullets, 2 flashlights, or 2 batteries.
The lake house was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye. call
Wonder
science,
why.
I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Well, we know she survives because she's speaking in past tense. So I have 2 batteries, and 2 healing packs. Not a whole lot. Compared to what we were getting before? Yeah. Not a whole lot. And Night Springs anyway. They're just ammo dumped us. You're really gonna put nothing on the ground, huh? Okay. Yeah, really, nothing. So rude. I gotta say, I really like how this bridge is. Like, this entrance in general is kind of neat.
Hello? Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department. No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No?
Yeah, better luck next time.
As I'm sure you know, I am Dr. Julie Marmont, and this is my wife.
Dr. Diana Marmonts.
And together we
We
are the heads of research
research
at this
at
facility.
She has no enthusiasm.
We want to thank you all for helping us break new ground in our study of Cauldron Lake.
That's right, Jules. But don't let our exciting work in threshold regulation and dimensional coupling keep you from observing the proper safety protocols.
You said it, Diana. We run a tight ship here at the lake house. So, always remember the 3 S's. Safety, security, and censorship.
To see.
What? That is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid, wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Yeah, that seems healthy.
Yeah, they're getting a divorce. Also, she was reading off a teleprompter. That much was clear. Ooh, ooh. Ava Rahmani, FBC personal status update. RE oldest house. To all staff, an on-site observation seems to report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. Status of Director Trench. Management team and all the personnel inside the oldest house at the time of the lockdown installation remains unknown. Well, I can tell you Trench is dead. It's kind of like the very opening of Control. You finding his dead body and then taking his gun. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the redacted field originating from the oldest house as of redacted, increasing the strength as it loops through a specific pattern every redacted hours. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in the Boston office Any personnel with information pertaining to this signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, Ava Rahmani, Supervisory Agent. I believe the oldest house is in New York. Like every major thing is. There's another paper over here. I saw it. I guess. Oh, no, there it is. Urgent reminder, lake safety protocols. Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in the waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions apply to both civilians and FBC employees. Fishing, redacted, swimming, boating applies to canoes, kayaks, motorized boats, etc. Using the water for redacted purposes. Water skiing, redacted in the water. Paddle birding, these activities can result in redacted and an estimated redacted % of cases. If you are unclear about the restrictions listed above, please speak with redacted. Yep, that's convenient. Date redacted. Security report, local rumors, background. A recent security operation was performed among the citizens of Brightfall and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations. Summary. The following information was gained through covert listening. Licensing. The hell am I getting licensing from? And informal questioning. The local public appeared to view the area around the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction, as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there is a specific rumor among the public regarding a government facility in the woods run by mad scientists taking people for experimentation. This rumor seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the youth is cause for concern. Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity or possibly even aggression. It is possible this is even the reason for the lake house security breach back and redacted. Action to be taken. Security personnel would continue to monitor youth chatter. If the rumors continue disseminating, a cover story may be required. Perhaps even fabricated signage for an American Volcano Commission type institution. Sucks to suck. Dr. Marmont here to remind you to put 100% effort. Look, listen, think. Is that the 3 L's? A safe workplace is everyone's responsibility. An unaccompanied artist must be reported to security immediately. Okay. Why an artist? Security, safety, censorship. Remember the 3 S's. I think people would remember it better if they all were S's, actually. Just saying. The Marmonts took the last cup of coffee, brew a fresh pot. Yeah, don't be a dick.
That's handy.
Ooh. Map.
An experiment. That bodes well.
Research archives. Technician office, evaluating grading. Experiment in progress. And it's just the 3 posters that we've already seen. File jargon.
Dr. Marmont's not here. Nobody is?
I'll have to check downstairs.
Is that him? Another of the 3 S's. To my new fellow head of the lake house. Love, Diana. Well, there was love once upon a time. Dr. Casper Darling, head of research.
I'll need to head down.
AKA the voice and face model of Alan Wake. To Dr. Jules Marmont, appointment as facility head. The senior leadership of the Federal Bureau of Control has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmont as head of research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared with Diana Marmont, effective upon the facility's completion on July 18th. Zachariah Trench, Bureau Director. Casper Darling, Bureau Head of Research. This exceptional contribution certificate is awarded to Jules Francis Marmont in grateful recognition for his outstanding contributions to the Bureau's scientific endeavors. Casper Darling, Bureau Barrows University, on the recommendation of the facility and by virtue of the authority vested in them, the trustees of Barrows University have conferred on Jules Francois Marmont the degree of Doctor of Applied Science and is entitled to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. William Devereaux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Paul Jensen, Dean of Barrows University. The guy's not shy to show his shit. Damn. September 14, 2023, Science Fact of the Day. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time, she patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38. What's that? Oh no, there's 6 letters, numbers.
Changing passwords,
Security and Technical Support Division. All departments update computer password reset policy. Effective September 13th, all computers' passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware of this may be an inconvenient change to lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits as the beginning of the password, followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone number, etc. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Do not use birthdays, the current date, or phone numbers. So all I have is 38. Replacement keycard request form. Please fill out all the fields below before delivering the form of security. A new keycard will be issued to you once your request is processed. Jules Marmont, position go ahead research, required, the highest one. I forgot what it was called. Of course. My old card went missing. How would I know if it was stolen or is lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you are so concerned about this? I am the head of research and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of the workday. Seems, I don't know, what's the word? It doesn't seem like a good fit. Research profile, subject P. Summary: through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and is estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in the range is due to the team's inability to prove that a painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effect have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence to suggest arts is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energies. So homie, not a threat.
Nope. Come on. Damn it. That's not right.
That's all I got. This one doesn't help because it's all bold. Is that it? 07/18/38. Damn. Because the 38 was bold, so I figured the numbers would have to be in bold. Nice. Unlocked door. What we got in the mail here, buddy? B. Lopez. Hello, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password does not improve our facility security if you leave your computer open. Thank you, Brian Lopez, IT specialist. Pages request, Dr. Marmont, Project Arbutus has officially requested we return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Rahamanus, and they are shared research materials, so can I release them back to Arbutus? Sincerely, Dr. Perry Levine, Senior Researcher. Annual budget. So does next Wednesday work? Annual budget. Go fuck yourself, Jules. I'm too busy to attend meetings. Just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify that a specific percentage of the research budget is to go toward Project Arbutus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. I apologize for the difficulty my wife is presenting Harry. I believe she is suggesting that I would take her project's budget, an unfair and preposterous accusation, though I am confident you understand that. I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget, as of course the head of research job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Consider Dr. Jules Marmont. Go fuck yourself, Jules. So does next Monday work? Oh, okay, I get it. So that's from Diana. And that's from Jules. That's from Diana. And that's from Harry. Who's just kind of caught in the hell. Good morning. From the reminder that the proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of the month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year. Harry Kingston. It's kind of a cool name. No. Okay. The Lake House Daily. Good news, HQ still dark. Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. Deerfest this week. Bad news, HQ still dark. So HQ being dark is good and bad news. Something allergy, not allergy bad. No, I'm a beer. It's good. I tried it. The artist is dead. Somehow stole the black whiteboard marker. Oh, someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time canceled. The artist is ineligible. It's dead. It's dead. That's clearly dead. Although I love how it still puts the net allergy there. The dangers of doodling. Kayak for sale. Boating safety and regulations. Self-defense course. Why is there a lot of boating instructions? It's against the rules. Coffee inventory, power cord transport and handling techniques. Learn Taekwondo, Judo, and more. For Hamas, a daily stand-up. Got a comedian here? No doodling. Do not underestimate the lake house with unrelated art. Oh, contaminate. Figurines, ornaments, decorations, and other trinkets are forbidden on employee desks. That's lame. Why? Is this the door unlocked? Level wide lockdown protocol and procedures.
This should come in handy.
Alright, I'm pretty sure that's everything. So that's fun. I'm assuming that's what this is for.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts.
Estivesta team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to... Oh, shit!
Well, that could have gone better.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
Nothing.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
What the fuck?
Belay that order. Shit.
A threshold event had hit the lake house. Now, it was the Marmonts' problem. Our mission was outside.
Where's the fucking elevator?
That's a good question.
Priority 1, get the lights on.
Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake. You're not smart?
The artist really left his mark around here. That's for sure. Research order. As the lake house continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into the nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form, has shown viability and ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. Ah, so like the toy thing we did. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will be carried forward by co-heads of research and incorporated in ongoing research around the lake house. Effective immediately research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their own work. Saga completed them, so you'll be good for that one. Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned, and they will continue to develop their work on the nursery rhymes outside the lake house. And exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by co-heads of research, signed Dr. Diana Marmont and Jules Marmont. Marmont. I guess that explains why you talked to Campbell. I believe. No, talked to Casper, right? Or you're in contact with Casper after you complete the last nursery rhyme thing. Threshold Light Linking Experiment Progress Report by Dr. Jules. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the redacted continuous progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that the successful connection will soon be possible. Our recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard the avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold energies and thus its reality-altering effect are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant level of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we have gathered over the years. If we can identify the quantity of emotion of an art piece, our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion in any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art piece produced by Subject P. While no pieces of his work yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering the redacted pages have proven his status as a para-utilitarian makes this work the most suitable research material. Okay. Oh, there's quite a few avenues here. Hello, Casper.
Darling.
I was hoping it was his song.
Okay, doesn't do a damn thing without power.
Until they note it, we'll come back here. Hey, pallet jack. It's not underneath there smoothly, so that's annoying. Nice. Okay. Why is this just the same piece of artwork? Okay. Just dead end after dead end. This game likes its use of red.
Okay. Power core receiver. Plugging a core in should get the lights on.
Okay. guess I'm missing something to connect the two. I was about to say, don't leave me hanging. That scared the fuck out of me. Don't have to. Flare. Why do I hear footsteps?
That is not a regulation FBC weapon. Can't open it from the side.
Of course.
Jules's keycard could be useful.
Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of black rock. Been grinding the black rock down to powder and stashing around in case anyone in case any gets confiscated. Weapon test using black rock powder. Successful, maybe send schematics to off-site teams, could lead to transfer out of this shithole. Need to think up more applications for black rock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the Ohio who had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name. I feel like that's an Easter egg.
I wish they'd make these things lighter.
Oh, that's cool. Just an orange glow.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
Yeah. Like with every threshold shit. Fault in the system.
At least the elevator's back.
Road? So now this is just a safe room.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone. The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching AWE here at Golden Lake. Great work, team. I wanted to come in person to check in on the latest work. I won't look away. It's not a review, so no reason to be scared. You hear that, Dr. Marmonts? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and AWE science. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages to convert subjective elements like art into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can it say create altered items, even objects of power, simply by manifesting them find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the office house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Headman. We'll be prepared to have success. I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. I really love this. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to meet your parents, of course, but that maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So the shadow represents the whole.
Okie
The
doke.
Lake House's research went way beyond studying Cauldron Lake's threshold. Playing with paranatural forces. It never goes well, Saga. This is exactly why we lock up people like Wake.
Hey, Wake's fine. What'd that do? Attention all staff, there's a significant amount of black rock missing from sub-level 5. I expect there is a misunderstanding and someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to the message and we will fix the problem. Black rock is precious material. We have only so much of it now with the oldest house being closed. Perry, do not release any of those pages till Diana and those fools on Project Arbitus will be misplaced. That we misplace them. Okay, tell Diana and those fools on Project Arbitus that we misplaced them. Yeah, this is not a healthy couple. An unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface in 2 or 3 weeks, but we are too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure to say that we are making progress just as I wrote above. Regards, Jules Marmont. A gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue, and making light of them is not appropriate workplace behavior for anyone for any of the seniority level. Bringing us to the office is a health risk and should be avoided for everyone's safety. Thank you. I wonder if Harry's the one with that nut allergy. To celebrate the arrival of fall, I have bought a variety of seasonal pies from the local diner. You all seem to love them so much. The members of Project Rahamanus can come and enjoy them in the lobby near my office. All the other staff should visit Dr. Marmont's office to see if she bought pie. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatic of last year, I have purchased a delicious pecan-filled pies. Happy fall. Please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station. That one's not going to be on everyone's, I guess. So I need Control 2.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of
Ah,
Control.
shit.
I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived.
How am I supposed to do? Just run?
This isn't working.
Oh, how the hell did that connect? What is the point? I don't know, man. Oi! Wow. Homie could just wailing on me while I'm fucking putting in a key card, dude. That sucks. Genuinely, that sucks. But there's no way to avoid that one. I thought she said the elevator appeared. What the fuck is going on?
What the fuck was that? If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Can't open it from the side.
Why? What is the point of this? Run!
Fuck were those things?
That's not what I wanted.
Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Error. Please hold. Please hold.
Where am I?
Hold.
What is that?
It's a wavy. Are we about to jump through there?
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand? Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you?
Murderer and
Speak.
victim.
That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that.
Can you?
I just had an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation? What does that mean? Okay, hey, calm down. You need to cease all hostility right now.
Okay.
Bad news? That thing is really pissed off. Good news. It didn't try to kill me. Maybe steps.
Yet. didn't try to kill you yet. But is that, like, really news to be, like, super, super proud about, to be honest with you? I mean, yeah, like you said, it didn't try to kill you yet, but it could very well try to kill you. Shortly in the future. There's a talking wall painting, for crying out loud. Okay. Gotcha. Well, at least the elevator didn't disappear.
Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening in the lake house, and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty sundae.
You sure about that?
Sublevel 3.
So far, starting out pretty similar. Pages development. Is that a phone ringing out here? Refinement process, ATD output and calibration. The automated typing device ATD will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. To reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATD must be evaluated and graded based on its similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. Comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house's possession as reference. Tone. The pages must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house possession as reference. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing, using pages in the lake house possession as reference. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into the algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATD until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once it is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't know if it quite works like that.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team.
Huh?
Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way.
The hell?
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect. Connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
So this is your own fucking fault. Dumbasses.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed. But the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink. The turpentine. The paint. It was all over him. Years of it. 1,000 paintings. 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint. Hatred for the brushes. For the Marmonts. For himself.
Dude, they sowed the seeds themselves. Art is for analysis, not for admiration. Stay focused on your work. Jules is a stickler, that's for sure.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in our inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. What's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been a clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I heard yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
You know, for a couple, they certainly aren't a team. Moving forward, research at the lake house will be divided into 2 distinct projects. Project X, 132 AW, codename Arbitus. Alan Wake. I'll focus on studying the writing of Redacted with Dr. Diana Marmont serving as project director. So, Arbitus, aka the Alan Wake project, is headed by Diana. And Project C, which is Rudolph the painter, Rahamanus, will focus on studying the painter and his work with Dr. Jules Marmont serving as project director. Staff will soon be notified regarding the project assignment and any required desk changes or patience is requested during this organization. This is confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed outside with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Harry Kingston. So, Diana was in charge of the Alan Wake portion of the research, and Jules Marmont was in charge of Rudolph. Whatever his name is. Rudolph Lane or something like that. Just gonna auto loop. Born in New York, New York, currently resides in New York, New York. Married to Tamitha Booker, no known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliations found, located in Bright Falls, Washington as of 2023. Writer and director of 5 stage plays unsuccessful. Confirmed artist designation, author, playwright. Disclaimer: background investigations performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, the information contained in this report is not comprehensive and is possibly erroneous.
But the water could not flow.
Edward Franklin Booker.
Stagnant. Went bad. The truth was controlled.
Tamitha Madison Booker, born in Atlanta, Georgia, currently resides in New York, married to Edward Franklin Booker. No known children or dependents, no paracriminal affiliation found, located in Bright Falls as of 2023. Author of 3 commercially successful true crime books. First publication was a poetry collection, unsuccessful. Confirmed artist designation, author, poet. Disclaimer: background investigation performed in a very short amount of time per instruction. As a result, information contained in this report is not comprehensive and possibly erroneous. So we got Edward and Tamitha Booker. Which are the 2 writers I'm assuming they hired or they brought in to mimic Wake's writing. If I had to guess, that's why those 2 are here.
Please don't let this be what I think it is.
As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix.
Sure they do.
Some of them all clacking away. 100% bad news.
I do not have a level 2 key card. Okay. Didn't think that was actually going to open, to be honest with you. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake with the intent of the particular brand for redacted and ATDs continue to be unsuccessful. Sources contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house result no useful information. Wake's agent refused to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse refused to discuss. Redacted, no useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publication elements pertaining to Alan Wake. Result no useful information. So they're literally trying to figure out what typewriter he uses and they can't figure it out. The relevant team will continue to exploit alternative sources of information. The ATD will continue to be operated with available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand of type of ink. Damn, they're really wanting to get thorough about this shit. Yeah, so not only do we want to know what typewriter he uses, we want to know what ink this motherfucker uses. Alright, we want optimal results. Alright, I want to know what hand he writes with, what finger he points with. I want to know what style he flips people off with. I say that the typewriter's just going off continuously is a bit unnerving, to say the least. Another one I can't go into because I don't have the clearance. Oh, I did not think that would open. It's not a clearance store. Thank goodness. It's the typewriter room. Content of Wake manuscript. We have begun finding pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian. Inspect the past cases involving Cauldron Lake's AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my bias into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research at Lake House Facility. The page we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. It reports our past and the Bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflicts this past year. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing this from, get this information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes as far as to dictate my entire career at the FBC, and if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their mind, their love or animosity are theirs to control? Deep.
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman,
Oh, fuck
founder
Hartman.
of the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he manipulated artists in an attempt to control the power of the shadow. I've gone through his notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, nothing's what he said. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we hadn't. Our procedural writing changed our concept. We can understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
And they're not going to know Dr. Hartman's dead because you kill him in Control's DLC. The one that involves Alan Wake specifically. Alright, I think that's it. Each side has a free room and a level 2 keycard room. Yeah. And they're all catty corners. That's that side's keycard and that's that side's keycard. Gotcha. But until I get the fucking keycard, can't really do much. So unfortunately, the paint trail we follow. But I understand why this is called the Pages Department.
Shit. I can never say no to extra firepower.
Oh, with no ammo.
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence usually observes the law of 3.
Proceed through the spatial recurrence. It's definitely the same.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising star.
September 12th, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives.
Did not know that still counted.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting.
This is different.
A legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building.
I wonder if the output means pages. Is that shotgun? Hey, you! hell? Why did that take so many bullets? How many bullets does it take to kill a person? Okay. Bitch. Whoa! How the hell did that hit? Did you fucking kill yourself already? Okay. Buzzer, where'd you go, Axeman? Reload. Nope, nope. Why are you reloading?
Some staff down there had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
That's an understatement. Makes me wonder if I missed anything. Is there anything new in here? No. That's gone. Is that a... It was. Nice. Not as many as I was hoping it would be, but... Damn. Still fucking locked. Bruh. Is that another one? No. I mean, I assume there's gotta be more. Like, stuff to open? Why else would they make all these enemies so spongy? No, serious criticism there. Why make the enemies so spongy? Like, I don't know about you, but there is no fucking universe where it should take 4 shotgun shells to kill a creature. Or full clip. Like, it basically took a full clip of the handgun. Which is insane. Should not take a full clip. And you're only gonna put, like, 2 fucking boxes around here with refill shit? Kinda dumb, but alright. just said something about the rules of 3. Okay. So this doesn't change at all. These 2 rooms just stay the same.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work when he's writing. A coward can't stand risk. Science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand.
Okay.
I keep coming back.
Seriously? What is that? Why does this look different? Like, hella different. Like, it never ends. It distorts. Okay. That is weird.
What is that?
It's a good question. Hold up. Now I'm on one of the random... What?
Controllable shifting phenomena.
Okay, but where do I take it? Oh. I see. Interesting. I don't like that beeping noise. Makes me think I'm on a damn timer or something. What are you doing? Oh. I take it. We just take this one back over here. So they both have one? Where's your flashlight, you dipshit? No power? What do you mean no power? This reminds me of Control. Just that little setup right there. Okay.
You again.
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Marmonts clogging his head.
What does that mean? You clogging his head? Or the Marmonts are clogging whose head?
You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are.
Bro, that's vague as fuck. What do you mean?
It's fixated on the Marmonts. What did they do?
That's a good question. Am I back in 2?
Access denied. Access denied. Access denied.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Sublevel 2.
The last time we came here, we couldn't do anything because it was just a hallway with the painting. There's a shadow boy in there. Okay. Like to know that I can't do anything in the bathroom, that's fun. I was about to say, you really gonna give me nothing? Oh. Man in a white, oh, never mind. Not a man in a white coat.
Oh, there's the elevator. How do I get in? Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
Of course. I mean, do I really want in there anyway? I miss having like 200 shotgun shells.
Shaded. Hope that glass is thick.
A lot of shaded though. There's like one in every room. Well, we found the save room. It's about to say there's no way you open in a save room and there's nothing there. Ow. Ow, that actually hurt. And my elbow. Okay, more pictures of the Marmonts. Nothing else. Although I would say Hedron, when Casper mentioned Hedron earlier, that sounds super familiar. But at the same time, not familiar at all.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
From painting session on Redacted, IDRL designation, black circular shape among yellow lenses, an uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow, brown, mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into a black circle. Designation, lone tree at night, a dark green tree, pine standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. Designation, empty road and forest, a dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The dark gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces the line of the perspective. A small white shape in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for the site now in attempt for page retrieval. Yellow crescent shape on black canvas, a curved yellow shape and a roughly crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas, possibly a crescent moon, a banana, unfinished piece. Oh wait, there was two. Red, yellow, and green circle, three uneven circles, one red, one yellow, and one green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black and gray with the dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. Cityscape with blue-gray sky, gray vertical shapes, likely skyline of the city in the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-green sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out of among the colors in the sky. Black void, a deep black void covering an entire canvas with a few small pecks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. Large variety of black spirals. A large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank aside from spirals. Brown shape with horns and brown shape vaguely triangular with what presumably horns extending from the shape likely an animal head, possibly deer, and like black in background. Oh hey. Nice.
Higher access card. Sorry, but I need this.
That wasn't a little weird. Damn. How am I supposed to know the fucking code? No. No. Rude, sir. Just a normal calendar. Effective September 13th, all computers, yeah. Using a permanent set of digits number that you say that did not use purchase, blah, 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 blah. Just reaffirming the password code. Prognosis. Oh. I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forget was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. A week from this Friday. It's the 14th. Well, that explains the fucking calendar. So that's the 15th, so the 22nd. Oh, I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Okay. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. Love you. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. This is kind of funny. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? Were we fenced off the government bunker in the middle of nowhere? I think they're getting paranoid. Oh, we're a fenced off government. Anyway, I see the security terminal's new password like the memo suggests. Our anniversary is the base numbers, then black void. Yeah, the Marms are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana and Jules' background to the big old turd or something. Once again, making shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you sent didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings I need to get in, or is this going to be a total waste of a Wednesday? 44 is right, yeah, so I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. I guess he's just like, well, someone doesn't remember our anniversary. Found out what happened to Trisha. Jules fucking fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns. The man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Was a week from this Friday. Which is the 22nd, right? Because it was the 14th, a week from this Friday, 22. Plus Horns Man. Yeah, Black Void was 44. Okay. Tree, circular. $225. Wait, then what was? Huh? That makes. That's only 3 numbers. That's only 3 numbers. 225. What would the Would it be 9 then? 9/22?
Damn it.
It was 25, right? Yeah.
Come on.
How is that not it? Oh. Hell yeah. I wonder if that's these two that we're trying to figure out the password from. September is 9. A week from this Friday is the 15th, 22. It's the date of our unforgettable anniversary. Plus brown shape with horns. She said 44, so maybe it's 09/22/25.
There.
It's gonna cause chaos.
You are now safe to resume working.
Estevez, come in. Facility. Sub-level 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
Interesting. Her jacket is covered in paint. No! Where the fuck is the doorway? Why must you do this to me? Come here, baby! How? Oh. Where is your reload, you dipshit? What are you? Oh, their things should not regenerate. In my personal opinion. Ooh. No. Bullshit. That should not have fucking counted. are you still alive? Yeah, that's great. How? What are you doing? How the hell? Dude. If I am shooting you, you should not just be able to run straight through me. Fucking
I'll need help.
fucking bullshit. Just like all the fucking reloading. Oh, now there's something in here? Yeah, sure, whatever. Where? No, what are you... How? What the? Why were you reloaded? How the hell did that count? Shit. The hell are you doing? Bro, why are there duds? Oh shit. What the fuck aren't you reloaded for? What the hell? Our reloading is atrocious. And it genuinely pisses me off. How long it takes her to reload. How did I use one? Yeah, I remember using it now. Give. Okay. Random equipment pointed at a painting is random. Scalpel, upside down painting. That's dangerous.
When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. It is predicted to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. If the story gives the shadow a, how do you say, blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine, in our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it. I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
You know, that's the first positive thing we've ever heard about any of those two. Everything we've seen of those two up till now has been just how much they hate each other. I guess with the exception of one of the certificates in the office. What's up, big boy? Oh shit, what the hell? Did you just... Bitch! Die. Where you at, homie? Oi! Come in here. You motherfucker. Oh, you dick. Reload! Boy. How? The fuck? Oh, I see. Dude, stupid dud batteries, what the hell? Come on, man. Stop! The fucking batteries. I hate it when they're a dud. Like, it's bad enough when they're not a fucking dud. Huh? How? Yeah, okay. Bullshit! What are you doing? Why the hell did you... So dumb. So dumb. I forgot that getting hit takes you off whatever you're on. I died so many times in the base game because of that bullshit. You get tapped once in any way, shape, or form, and you automatically get knocked to whatever gun you were using last, instead of staying on your grenade, the flare, or the healing item. So stupid. At least he wasn't a fucking bullet sponge. Give the game that. They held off on making him a bullet sponge. It's a miracle. Was that a 3? What?
Need a higher
Oh,
clearance
that's so
keycard.
dumb. I didn't even notice that was a 3. I thought it was a 2. Let me guess, is this one a 3? Oh, it's just open. Got any good ammo? Specifically trauma pads? I need trauma pads. More than anything right now. Well, I'm not surprised you have more reading material. As you may know, a valued member of our team was recently re-signed off of Project Arbitus. Kayla Livingston designs and engineering expertise were a key part of the creation of the ATDs. Their contribution to the project cannot be overstated. The project team should rest assured that their reassignment was an error that should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmonts, would like to remind all team members that any directives or assignments from Dr. Jules Marmont have no bearing on Arbitus staff and should be ignored. Thank you for your attention. Sabotage. He's sabotaging his wife. To be fair, I think they're sabotaging each other, but it is what it is. Oi! Okay. Nope. Nope. Thank you. Nope, nope. What? No, I didn't. I didn't want to be in here. What are you doing, game? No, let me back out. I didn't even know this was the elevator. Game. Fucking piece of shit. Yeah, just open the damn door.
My team was on sublevel 1.
I know.
I knew they were in danger.
I know. But exploration takes priority. What if there's sweet goodness of collectibles and trauma pads in this room? There was nothing in here. I feel gypped. Put a freaking heavy hitter in here. There's just reading material. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in AWE 35 while residing at Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman, see case number 74WA004. For information re his crimes and arrest, Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by the FBC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Watery, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationship or affiliation with paranormal groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report. So apparently he got fucked up in Alan Wake 1 during whatever the hell that was going on there for the people that was not a part of Alan Wake and his group. Well, that sucks, I guess. Alright, we also didn't... the stairs. I never came down here. Continue to the story from page AW02. Match the tone, style, and contents of Alan Wake 02 as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one, laying right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. What's this? No, this is something else. I was like, is this the same one as the board? These thoughts are more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with a burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving, and he kept pouring, his mind distracted by the thought. How did we get here? They'd been at a lab running an experiment. They were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only notice if you were looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran for the door, to his wife. Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the Wakes pages we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Does someone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow? We need to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. Why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Son of a bitch. Another one?
Nope.
Is there anything in here? Aside from Alan's code of O2. There's absolutely nothing in this. So where are we gonna get to?
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
Huh? Oh, that's probably him. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbitrus at the Lake House. Prioritize outcomes as ordered below. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Timothy Booker. Our work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven success or proven cases. Edward Booker, less successful than Timothy, but theater is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. That's mean. But I guess you're not wrong. Observe the subjects at the distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Signed. So still nothing that could pertain to a code. Which sucks. But is to be expected, I guess. So darkness, water, Marmonts, which she is confused why they're so focused on writing about them. The lake house and the conflict. Subjects. Writing must feature. Did anyone explain any of this to him? Okay.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, I got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with the government, and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here. So can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I'm never coming back. He's never getting fed. eating this shit up. Okay, but now where the fuck am I supposed to find the password for this? Wait a minute. Am I... There's no way. There's no way. It's right there on a fucking sticky note, and I couldn't see it because it's too dark. Oh my god, this idiot really made his password 123456. Oh, security reminder. Yep, seeing that. A gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've seen Pi Day before. Yep. Missing Black Rock. So it's just the holy shit one that's new. Jules sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. Remember where we just made fun of his stupid project names and science factoids? Simpler times. He really did that. Diana is gonna slit his throat if she finds out. Haha, those two are such a hot mess. I got drinks with Perry last night, and he told me Jules is withholding Wake's pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Crazy shit. Paula mentioned you two were thinking about asking for a transfer. You'd really leave me here all alone? We can have weekly gossip calls, I promise. No wonder the thing was on a fucking sticky note that I couldn't see until now. Only makes me feel slightly stupid. So is Timothy over? Is she over here then?
I wonder what happened here.
Oh, I'm assuming this is where hers was. Work order, wall removal and transplant. Level 2, lane cell, Jules. Work required a section of cell southern wall need to be removed, transport to sub-level 5. Okay, so it was just, he just moved. So this wasn't Tamitha, this was Rudolph. Subject condition report, background information, Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in redacted over the past several months. Initially, his redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude toward art has also undergone a change recently. He's disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether the sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing redacted, or a source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. Hey man, I'm an abstract artist myself, so I can appreciate it. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate there is little to new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject within the force or coercion may only entrench him with further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of redacted to be introduced to the subject's food to cure his redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. So they're drugging him to make him want to paint.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Such a loving couple. Also, wasn't that your fear? abusing him would make him less compliant and just further ingratiate his disinterest in painting. Like, you're basically conditioning the man to hate his life. Okay, that's the level 3 door. And this is where the elevator used to be. But, I don't know, maybe that's why Wake wrote it that way. Oh, I remember this room now. This is the room where, you know, we could look in. And we saw the ghosty man. Or I guess not the ghosty man, but the evil man. Readings collected over the last 48 hours show a rising increase in activity stemming from the Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceeded the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made per the recent amends to this procedure. As specified, the monitoring team will take no action until sign-off from either Dr. Marmont or Dr. Marmont has been received. Considering the rate of escalation, that recent data indicates the monitoring team strongly recommend that the AWE response team be contacted immediately. Signed, Harris Kruss, lead threshold analyst. I guess this explains the lack of FBC involvement during the main game, is that they were getting fucked over by some painter dude. Okay, that was weird. Alright, I think we've fully explored this area now. Yep. Time to go back to 1.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods. No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit.
Sub-level 1.
Oh, Wake.
Ugh, you fucking bastard!
Is that Marmont?
Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the shadow. I'm sorry. I should get that gun while I'm up here.
Dude, where was the door again? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
How do I get in the room with that gun?
Alright. It's gonna be open from the other way. Run, baby girl. Shit. Shit.
These panels are blocking the door.
Oh. I'm pretty sure it's like last time where you can't actually hurt those guys. Which is kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of curious. How long was I in section 3? Yeah, you know, almost an hour. Is this the same?
That name is not very scientific. I mean, I came up with that. Shadow.
It's like the tail. Oh.
Treats me like some kind of assistant. Un putain d'assistant, moi. I run the lake house. This is my facility. Mine! You cannot just walk in here for 1 week, make some speeches, and then fly back to New York. Espèce de crétin, prétentieux. The jackass thinks he's a fucking rock star. And he made fun of the name. Oh, the Shadow. The Shadow is good. It's evocative.
Oh, are you upset?
He's just a jealous, spoiled little child. And I will make it so everyone can see this. I will make it so no one even remembers his name. To see these imbéciles là, hein? They all think I am a pencil pusher. They think I do not have the mind for such work. Eh bien, ils verront. Ils verront! I will take what they think is possible. But I will break it.
Okay. Jules is officially off the deep end. That's for sure. That was really good seeing that. Like, the acting. I wish more games did that. Oh shit. Nope. They really gotta alter it, like, so different every time. Is this? Yeah. You can close it. When did it close? Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles a good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and the custom components are a bit loose. No proper lath here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual black rock for the test. I know there's some in Subject 5, but the inventory supervisor doesn't get the access to that floor. Next step, sourcing black rock. Hey. Curses. Damn. Wait, is it right there? Wow, they really got tired of hiding the code uniquely, so now there's just sticky notes right there. I love the cute cat though. We got Pi Day, sensitivity reminder, missing black rock. Okay, hello Carla. I have decided to reassign you from Project Romulus to inventory management. Your title will be changed from senior researcher to acting inventory supervisor, effective immediately. You may find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut energy like yourself would prefer to work alone in the inventory booth than out in the open where any dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work will keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. Regards. Jules is such a dick, dude. He has, like... I'm sorry I can't be bothered to keep you safe from any of these nut allergies. Let me just isolate you. Fuck. Although, I guess to be fair, the two where they just outright just kind of give it to you is...
There was a crack in the lake house.
Oh.
The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
I was not expecting an Alan Wake page. was about to say, where's this gun?
Okay, this should get me down to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
Hell yeah, trial and error. Find the Black Rock launcher. Okay. It covered the elevator. Okay, so I don't think there's really anything up here. Although, if I remember correctly, there should be 2 doors in
The
the
Shadow
level.
had changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity.
There were 2 doors down here I couldn't open
That made
before.
everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Sub-level 3.
Yeah. Okay, so I believe this one was the free door. See, this room should be safe. I don't think there's any around here that are gonna hurt me.
This team has found new pages written by Wake. He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. The proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold. The subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
So Jules is trying to find legit Alan Wake pages, hoping Rudolph's paintings will find them, and she's not looking for Alan Wake pages, like real ones. She's trying to replicate his writing to try and trick the threshold into believing it's his to produce results. So he's looking for authenticity through paintings to locate them, and she's trying to forge fakes and hoping that they're close enough to produce the same results as Alan Wake's writing. To use art with the power of the shadow must first define art. Does a critic define what is art? Where do we find critics? Kidnap, lure in critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? What is the role of an artist? Who is an artist? If you believe you are an artist, are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? Quality, I think, would define how serious you are taken as an artist, not necessarily if you are an artist. A drug-using bum often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine. Oi! Okay, as an artist myself, someone who writes, someone who draws abstract art, you know, how good it is up to the subject, the person reading it or whatever. Okay, one, I'm not a drug using bum. I don't do drugs. I I don't think I've ever worn a turtleneck in my life. And I don't drink red wine because I don't drink alcohol. So I don't drink wine. Left-wing political views, danger if left-wing politics made real by the shadow. Any right-wing artists, not for abstract art or poems. Okay, yeah, I can't refute that one. Nope. So, they got one of three. On me, anyway. Is there any boxes? No? Damn, I was hoping I missed boxes. Hey, I actually got to the keycard thing this time. Usually she just automatically zeroes in on the door.
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces, bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
Interesting. Is that a fabricated wake one? Or a real one? A real page? Is it a Booker fabrication? I think that's it. So all that was in here was in an Alan Wake page. Alright, and those were the only two doors. Just come in here for a quick save. Okay. Jesus. Yeah, use the key card. Oh, that scared the living hell out of me. Okay, back to 2, because there was that level 3 door we didn't go into. Oh, bullshit. I'm assuming this is the weapon that hurts those monsters. But I'm hoping I don't actually have to test that theory out. Until I get to the, at least that 4th and 5th one.
Sublevel 2.
Okay, over here, there's the level 3 door. And this was the only level 3 door.
setback. But when a door is closed, a window is opened. Needless to say, Lane may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present. A final piece of art. This piece is different. It's raw emotion, pure truth. He put everything he had into this one. Literally. Every reading we take is off the charts. This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key. I will achieve what no one has before me. Not darling, that arrogant shit. Not my selfish harpy or the wife.
So, we have a painter and a painting that can talk. Clearly connected. But Lane was dead before any of this even happened.
Shape of a Man. Discover the fate of Rudolph Lane. Oi! I am stuck! I am stuck on the projector. Bro, I was looking at the trophy. Why did you... Where the hell am I? Bro, it doing that much damage is absolute garbage. Not gonna lie. What is she doing with her gun? I just stand in there. Trophies. 80 of 89. And I know there's 2 from the other DLC, so there'd be 81, 82. So there's like 6 trophies I'm missing in this one. Weird. Now that we technically watched it, I'm not just gonna sit there and watch it all. Project Harvest. What the fuck? What was that? Nope! Come on, ring around the rosy, bitch! Bye-bye. It took it. Rod, what are you doing? Oh. Alright, so that was the last room. Whew. So that did give me a trauma pad.
This is not level 4.
You sure about that? There's a lot of dead bodies, that's for sure. It doesn't look like my people. They look like they're hiking. Definitely researchers. What's up, painting?
The Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane. Does that ring a bell?
The shape of a man.
I don't know what that means, man.
I think you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait, make them see.
I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush, just himself.
Okay. So that's a self-portrait AWE. Nice, nice, nice. Love that. Love that for you, bud. But it's time to go to actual 4. Why drag me there, bud? If you're
Sublevel 4.
not gonna actually give me anything useful. Or listen to me. So we're here. Nice. So where's 5? Not on here, or is this 5? Oh, that's a seal. Huh. I never even noticed she's been writing all over this map. Abducted to right. I'm assuming we're gonna find his wife soon. Wait, I open those. Holy shit, there's a lot of things I missed, huh? Oh, I had to pick up shotgun ammo? What the fuck, game? That's so dumb. I opened those. I don't know why that's to say it's still locked. Oh, that's just right on the other side of the wall. Shit. I really am not utilizing the map very well. It's hazy. Why? Is that water?
Nice office.
Please wait here. I'm good. I'll let myself in. No? Maybe? Possibly? Heavenly? I was about to say, there's always a thing in here to open. I mean, to be fair, I guess there's technically is nothing stopping me from going back and getting those. Aside from the creatures that are everywhere in those fucking areas. 100% effort. Wait, what? Oh. "777 shifting geometry bullshit." Dr. Marmont's office. No. Hell yeah, trauma pad.
Come on.
It's a maze. Antlers. Oh, is that why it's a squiggle squiggle? Shifting geometry bullshit? Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Game's like, guess what, bitch? Map useless here. That kind of explains the hazy look. Nothing though, huh? Never mind. Actually, never mind and never mind on that never mind, because it actually is nothing. Dumb. So stupid. Okay. Oh!
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
So you just gotta charge it. What is this? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. Oh, come on. That's the second one here that gave me nothing.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
Well then, Alan, I mean, at least you gave her some solace, I guess? Like, what? I mean, They hate each other, but at least at the very end, you were like, she still thought of him, you know, up until the very end. Like, ain't that sweet? Like, super sweet. Drum kit. Oh, dude, I hear that, like, growl thing. Makes me nervous. At least he gave me something. It's the first one. 3 boxes so far, and only one of them had anything? Awesome. Bullshit! What are you doing? What the fuck? Throw. Wait! What the hell? How did that connect? No, seriously, how did that connect? Genuinely. What? The fuck, game? That is dumb as fuck. That is dumb as fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding me?
Come on.
Look at there. Absolutely fucking nothing. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It's so crazy. So crazy. What? Defeated a pinion before it leaves the wall. Did not know that was a thing. I guess I'll take it. Again.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared.
That should be enough. What? Look, I know it's randomized game, but you don't. Why are you fucking me over, dude? Come on. No! What are you doing? How the fuck? Oh, I didn't change my gun. Oh, it's so annoying. So fucking annoying. Why didn't you change your fucking gun? Didn't think you guys could have anything.
Diana said.
Could you just please die already? There's another one? Come on. Nope, nope. Bullshit! Bullshit! Oh, you should have given me more trauma pads. Fuck off. Also, it should have only been the 2. Like, screw you, game. Paper bag, boy. Nothing. Okay. I'm so confused. Nice. Got a little something. Oh, dude, I'm just so focused because I don't want to die again. A little section with a hammer, dude. Why does it go off? That's so dumb. So that's just a bunch of wavy bullshit. It's all a bunch of wavy bullshit. Nothing? Progress in the Lake House directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research in the areas of threshold energy detection and measurement have made great strides, allowing us to work with the investigation department and the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and the source of light continues to be difficult without the threshold manifestations. To test against additional means of containment and offensive measures against the shadow have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE. Though theoretical research continues, research into the threshold suppression technique is ongoing with no clear determination regarding the viability possibility at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake per mandate, with all the findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. In summary, 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted for 2018. Signed, Dr. Marmonts. Before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the lake house with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into this phenomena, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to a new goal of the lake house and its talented staff to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events. Though this is often an involuntary process, the shadow's known attraction to art provides us the perfect opportunity to create the world's first connected bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in either direction. A laboratory will be built on Level 5 where experimentation related to the linking of the threshold and will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect to the AWE site in the lake and use art as a focal point to create the bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore a process involving art as a dimensional anchor, reality manipulation via art, and machine-assisted coupling. Signed, Dr. Marmonts. Nice. So yeah, regardless, it's just a bunch of bullshit. No matter the direction you go. Alright. Oh, it's a deep breath. An investigation is currently ongoing whether the staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used the song they created as a Redacted means to escape. All material related to the work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archive for future reference. I believe it's Poe. It's the name of the otters. Online checks for the public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web address associated with Redacted in the past. Known address with a priority to an AW Redacted. This House of Dreams, blogpost.com. Siren Society, Blessed, etc. for the up-to-date full list. On the morning of Redacted, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage from the cell last night was damaged and electrically interference of an undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, has produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmont. Dr. Marmont somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief. With any wider research considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house's mandate of confidentiality. It's cool how they're incorporating the artist that they've used several times in the game, because she does This Road, and I believe Follow You Into the Dark are the songs that this artist does for the end chapter cards in the game. Definition of art: truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of crafts that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining the quantifying art, ultimately rendering a concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing. Wake 2010 cinematography is also expected, though not directly confirmed, Zane 1970. What about other mediums? We need to test the visibility of painting, or the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention a myriad of genre methods within each medium. What about crafts outside of the most common artistic expression? Does any act of creation or high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodworking, etc.? What about non-physical mediums? Why is music and art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Medium, its quality, expression. I don't know, with art, I feel like it should probably fall under expression is probably the most important one. Clearly, there's much to determine. We must begin developing methodology using the vast range of arts to general creative endeavors, both physical and mental, then find a way to test their potential connections to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma with many layers to pull away that we are to understand, ultimately bring it under control. The work will take years.
September 13th, 2023. Notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret that our friend has been unhappy with for years. But the data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotions. Limited food and water, perhaps.
Torture.
Increasingly tight reading space. This is how Jules lost his subject. Don't be careful not to leave any sharp objects in place.
She's debating on how to treat Booker. Okay.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmonts' ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. I know you're here, they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home, their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
Dark. Damn it! Oh, it's right there. 6, 8, 5, 2. Nope. 9, 8. Hard work. Solve the password for all locked computers. letter from Darling. I just received a letter from Darling about a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? Jules. What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know protocol does not allow this sort of thing. He says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon. Like we are children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Diana, consider the details on the page we have found. I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. We must not endanger ourselves, our staff. Don't pretend like you are worried about them, Jules. You're just looking up for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means that they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's, whatever those may be. The ETDs are producing better and better results. We just well, his result. What he wants is to get out of there. No, Diana, I'm looking at the page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am a head of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. If you're too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Hello, Dr. Meyer. Received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. You claim he's maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says that they simply have been misplaced. I understand that you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate the issue. Or does that sound agreeable? So with this paints that she's the aggressor, but he's still sabotaging her work, but he's doing it to save everything. Goes to the experiment on Lake House 5. Although I still think it's cool how they incorporated this band into the actual story. Okay, but now where am I going to get to the elevator again? Oh. Dude, I'm so fucking lost. Oh, now that we've made it, it cleared it back to the elevator. Interesting. Nice. So is this an optional floor? You fucking piece of shit.
More shifting geometry. Ugh, great.
Huh. Why clear the path if you're gonna fuck the elevator? Huh? I don't know, it makes no sense to me. No. Oh. I mean,
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the detail. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit from my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle.
This doesn't look like Lane's style. A different artist.
subject, something to get you started. I couldn't stop thinking about the new direction for the lake house after I got back from New York. I have pivoted my research threshold to redacted's reality manipulation effect. It wasn't too much of a shock for you. It seemed like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided you could all use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by certain, retracted a while back, files, whatever. Test for any reaction that may trigger with the shadow. Still don't like how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 in your records. I expect regular updates. Go team. Wait. Is that... No. Floor by floor? Oh, no, I wanted to know what that fucking trophy was, dude. Is that somebody falling? Oh, that's a tree. The one to the left looks like something I would draw.
A light switch cord.
I don't like that.
Quick lesson on light switch cords. If you find one, pull it 3 times.
Son of a bitch.
The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere. But I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
Just pull out a regular old handgun. This is definitely a different aspect of the hotel than we're used to seeing in general. The oldest house. This is very oldest house coded. Is that him? Jules? That C drawing on it?
Panopticon. But the Panopticon is headquarters.
Is that Dylan?
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
This is an FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
I'm where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal.
There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
I can't.
It's a waste of time. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago. What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked. No, no, not again. Not yet. No, 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 no.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it?
I can hear
I
it.
can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. For well intentioned. I need to know if any.
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Huh?
Still really the oldest house.
Murderer and victim. So it was Dylan.
At least my voice is back to normal.
P6. So those drawings were his. These ones. Right? I hope Threshold Reactive's reality manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock for you. Yeah, made by a certain redacted a while back. File 6D001 through D004. You can designate the artist as P6. So these are Dylan's drawings. Over here. Jesse's brother. That seems really cool. I don't care. That scene was fucking awesome. Alright. Time to fucking leave here. If that whole room is optional, like that whole segment's optional, dude, I feel sorry for anybody who misses that. Because technically, our main objective has always been go to the experimental site in sub-level 5. What?
Oh, Jesus.
What do you mean the color was pure?
Sublevel 5.
As somebody who's colorblind, I don't like the implication that the color was pure.
Okay, blackrock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
Seriously, I got one? Are you fucking kidding me? You gave me one? Oh.
The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Damn. Jewels. No. Is it Diana? Yep, there's Diana. Typical fucking Marmonts. Oi! How did that connect? What the fuck? No, no. How does she always hit? Bro, it didn't matter how many times I used the dodge button that time. She just fucking killed me. Okay, yeah, no, get the fuck away from me. Oi! Bro, stop it with the fucking dead batteries, dude. Stupid as hell. How? How? What the hell is wrong with you, game? Okay, I don't know how that one was missing, but whatever. Ooh. Nope. Bullshit. Reload. How? Ow! No. Bullshit! How are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, this is so stupid. How the fuck? Like nothing dodges. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? And there's nothing in it? Are you stupid? Are you stupid, game? All I'm saying is if this is a boss fight, none of these should be empty. Are you fucking kidding me? Why are they all empty? Every single one of them. Yeah, like that's gonna give me much. Ron, you idiot. Yeah, I love that dud of a battery, bruh.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea? Where'd she go?
That's a good question. Oh, I see her. How did that?
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
Ron? Oh, bullshit! Oh, come on. What the hell is your batteries not reloaded for? Stupid fucking batteries, dude. Oh. That wasn't disorienting. What are you doing? Batteries, what are you doing? What the fuck is up with these batteries, dude? Oh my god, what the hell? Oh. Stop! Freaking double swing. I'm out of batteries. That's awesome. How the hell am I supposed to beat her without batteries? It's not my fault this game gives you dud batteries. Fucking stupid as hell. Ah! Just rock thrower? I mean, I guess I could always just change it to where I have infinite batteries. Wait, am I supposed to hit that? No. Oh my god. Didn't give me health! What are you doing? Reload. Die. Did I get her? Holy shit. Lady would not die. Dude, that was cutting it close.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid lady could never wash away.
The Marmonts are dead.
True.
I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all mine.
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
It's like when Wake talked to Saga.
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of White Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and then Rogowski, stopping them in their black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been riding the Russian chase. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake.
Alan Wake! After the threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake.
Oh, girl.
He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team and told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken were monsters, threats. But the Marmonts were monsters way before the Shadow got to them. So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
The level of humanity. That would be the difference. Can't just say end of chapter. Like,
We wrote so many things, wrote them for you and me.
Oh, end of the line.
We're here standing on a precipice.
Which is also, I'm pretty sure, from the same artist as Deep Breath and The Road and Follow You Into the Dark. The singer that they captured in the same vein that they took Edward and... You know, we never saw Tabitha. They said they took her, right? But you never see her. You never hear anything about her. So I think that's weird. I don't know. I liked it. It was really interesting. It was very reminiscent of Control in terms of aesthetically. Like it very much is Control stylistically and almost how it plays in terms of like the flow and the structure and everything, and how they do give you kind of like that Metrovania backtracking where you can go back between the floors, even though you don't have to, just to collect stuff you might have missed or not seen. Right? And I'm pretty sure I did that. I'm pretty sure I opened every door that I could. I don't know. Unless there's like other level 2 doors in that third floor. Right? When you're going through the loop. I don't know if like each loop has its own doors that you're supposed to get, or if it counts as different doors. So that's weird to me. I guess my only other complaint is enemies being bullet sponges. I don't like how enemies are bullet sponges. It should not take 4 shotgun shells to down an enemy. It should not take a whole entire clip to kill an enemy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm used to Resident Evil in that terms of that stuff, where it's like typically 1 really good shotgun shot, or like 2, 3 max. And that's just if you're bad at aiming, or you're hitting like the wrong spots. But the shotgun's like super overpowered in Resident Evil. Whereas with handguns, it's typically like 5 shots. Unless you're doing headshots, and probably 3. I don't know, I always thought it typically took 3 to 6 if you're like really planting them nicely. And the remakes specifically. Like, I don't really remember about the first remake, but I'm talking like Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, and Resident Evil 4 remake. The more modern remakes. Like, I'm used to that style of like how much it takes to down enemies and whatnot. So it's been a while. I don't even remember if that's how the enemies were in the base game. I thought the boss fight was interesting. I feel like sometimes her homing on you is a little too good. But I barely beat her. Like, I guess that's the other thing. The boxes, your boxes are random. It's not the same every single time. It's going to be random every single time you do it. So you could get shit out of luck, right? And I realized that once I was in that geo whatever loop in the
deep press.
Looking for release. Okay.
Clock stopped.
But no, I realized that once we were in that geo loop or whatever in floor 4, considering that was when I died the most, to that giant wielding dude and the fast person. No, I didn't realize it was the third. Like, I died so many times there, I didn't even realize there was the third person. I thought it was just 2. But no. Doing that, I realized that it's random, because the first 2 times I did it, those first 2 chests held nothing. And then that third chest had something in the first one that had nothing in the second one. So that second time I did it, there was nothing in any of the 3 chests. It was absolute bullshit. And then the second time I did it, or the third time, the third one, the one I actually succeeded on, there was something in the first 2 chests. So that's why I felt like I was getting fucked in that final boss fight. Because every chest in one of those runs had nothing. Like, I was getting fucked over on that chest RNG, dude. Like, so many of them had absolutely nothing in it. Like, I want to say out of all those chests in that final boss fight room, I probably had like a 30% chance of finding something in them. Maybe 40. Definitely wasn't over 50. So many of them were empty. And then when they did have something in it, it wasn't the one thing I needed. Like trauma pad. I needed a trauma pad. There's not enough healing in this DLC. Like, there's enough for you to skate by. Like, I barely skated by with healing and trauma pads and stuff. I don't know, maybe that's the way it is. It's like the trauma pad, right? To make you feel more on edge with your healing and whatnot. Because I ended with 0 healing items on the brink of death. And I even ran out of batteries, so I was relying on like my flare. Dude, I'm glad I accidentally pulled out that flare, because that flare got her. That was insane. But I feel like even when you compare the Diana boss fight to the boss fights in the base game, our boss fight's really good. Like, comparatively speaking, to the base game bosses. Or even when you compare it to the boss fights in Control, which are super chaotic, considering Jesse can fly and everything. I don't know, I feel like this is like a true final boss to Alan Wake 2. Because the base game doesn't really have a final boss. You kinda just run into a portal and the game ends. Like, I think you run past, like I ran past them. I did not fight the enemies. I think I ran past like 2 or 3 enemies to just jump into the portal that was in the fountain in front of the apartments. And then the game ended. There was no boss fight. I'm trying to think, did Saga even have like a boss fight to hers? Like, does I don't know. I guess like the lake with the old gods of Asgard playing at the lake. Maybe that would count as like her boss fight. I don't know, it's definitely weird with Remedy when it comes to like a final act boss fight, because Control didn't really have one either. You rushed in this weird zone to get to Dylan. The first game, Alan Wake 1, didn't really have a final boss fight. You just went up to the old hag and stuck something in her chest, and stuck the light switch in her chest. There was really no boss fight. And then they gave you the boss fight in the DLC with the creature representing like the figures that Alan knows. His agent, his wife, and the third person, I forget. It's been a while since I've done the Alan Wake the Alan Wake DLC. But again, they kind of rectified the final boss fight issue with the base game and the DLC for Alan Wake 1 too. I mean, I will say in general, Alan Wake 2 does have better boss fights mechanically than Control and Alan Wake 1. But there's the one thing Remedy does not do well is final boss fights. I don't know why. I will say I've never played Max Payne, so I can't really speak from a Max Payne standpoint, and I didn't play Quantum Break, so I don't know how Quantum Break ends, and if it's just like similar to Alan Wake 1, 2, and Control in terms of how the game ends, because all 3 games end sort of similarly, where there is no real boss fight. You're just kind of rushing to something. In the first game, you're rushing to the old hag. In this game, you rush into a portal and a fountain. And in Control, you're rushing to Dylan to stop him from whatever it was. It's been a long time since I've beat Control. Like, I have vague, very, very vague memories of Control's story. I remember Alan Wake 1's story more than I do Control's. But I do remember that Control was a lot more fun to play because of, like, your supernatural abilities and whatnot. I do remember Control's DLC because it wasn't that long ago that I think it was last year that I played Control's DLC. Finally. And I'm still upset that the only reason I haven't platinumed Control was because I didn't mess with the board, the countermeasure board and whatnot, just like the random alerts that pop up. I just always ignored it when I played it. So when I went back and did the DLC, by the time I realized that I hadn't done those counterboard measures and whatnot, because there was only 2 trophies I was missing, and one of them's like the random alerts that pop up that you have to go to. You have to do like 5. No, you have to do 25 of them. There's 5 boards or whatever, and then there's 5 like alert or 25 alerts that you have to do. And it takes so long for them to pop up that I'd just literally be wasting my time. It'd almost be more beneficial for me to just replay Control, and then just focus on those 2 things as I'm playing, which I've been debating because it's been a long time since I've played Control. It was like a couple months after the game came out that I played it, and then I Let's Played it. Because I didn't think I'd want to play it again after beating it a first time, which I was pretty much right. The painting. Rudolph Lane. Well, that's weird. They're both of their names are Javier. Dylan and the painter. But completely different last names. So that's interesting. Playtesters. Okay. Interesting. Alright. But no, I really enjoyed this DLC. I much prefer, I will say, like, comparing it to Control's DLC, the Foundation and AWE, I much prefer this one. Even if you include Alan Wake 1 and Alan Wake 1's, the 2 and Alan Wake 1's. I forget the first one. One's the writer or whatever. And I believe the writer is the one that has like the official boss fight, the Rectify boss fight. I forget what the first one was called. I have bad memories with that one, with the fucking ending on that one. With the whole TV monitors and everything. Like, that was a very painful thing to do. Just a lot harder than it needed to be. It's a little unfair to compare Alan Wake 1's DLC to Control's and Alan Wake 2's, because Alan Wake in general as a game is mechanically stiff and almost archaic by Control and Alan Wake 2's standards. So it's a lot more rough around the edges. But no, I definitely like this DLC the best out of all the ones I've played out of the Remedy universe, or just Control's universe. And that's saying something, because I liked the Foundation, and I liked AWE, and I liked the writer. I didn't like the first one, Alan Wake 1's first DLC. I hated it. Because of the final section in the first one. I absolutely hated it. But Night Springs was interesting. But yeah, no, I definitely loved the lake house. It was really cool. Night Springs was a smorgasbord of ideas, I think. but still enjoyable. Still enjoyable. Because Rose's was really funny. Jesse's was intriguing and interesting, but was definitely the least enjoyable of the three. And then Timebreaker was the most intriguing because of how many genres it splits off into, which I enjoyed that aspect about it. And then the Lake House was just superb. Although enemies are definitely way too spongy. But that is Alan Wake 2's DLC. And you have a great day. Remember, only you can be the best you could possibly be. And ta-ta for now. Press the wrong button.